What's good, YouTube? Justin Righteous is here. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. I like to yap on world topics, but I don't just yap. I dissect, I break down content, I share lessons from my own experiences, I say what does work, and I call out the misinformation. I'm back with another reaction video. We have Gen Z is getting old. As you guys know, I'm 26. I'm almost 27. My birthday's coming soon. I'm a 98 baby. I am the first Gen Z. If y'all don't know how Gen Z works, it's from 1997 to 2012. I'm the second Gen Z. Okay, my bad. The other day, an 18-year-old called me a Gen Z veteran, and I like that name. I'm a Gen Z veteran. Whatever you think you're going to go through, I've already been through it. I've already seen it. So, am I getting old? I don't feel like I'm getting old. I actually feel like I'm getting kind of younger. But anyways, let's see what he has to say. Let's get straight into the vid.
Gen Z. Yeah, we're getting up there, bro. I'm not going to lie. Okay, seriously, bro. I'm not that old.
I'm almost 30.
Felt like a complete blur.
Okay. I can't be out here talking about I'm not getting old. I'm almost 30. But I think my life starts when I'm 30, though. Like, I ain't even seen none yet. Think about it. Like, I ain't even really seen none yet. I'm still young compared to other people.
Like, I can't even believe we are already in the mighty 2025. Like, honestly, bro, 2020 really didn't feel like that long ago, but we're already in 2025 now. A lot of you...
2020 was like a checkpoint, right? Everything that happened before 2020 seems like a different point in time. Everything that happened before 2020 was like, it's another timeline. 2020 hit, COVID hit, it's a new timeline now. That's why it doesn't feel like that long ago. Everything we know now, most of what is established today, remote work, TikTok, addiction, phone addiction. A lot of these things were established during COVID. The way we look at the government, the way we understand the matrix. This was established during COVID.
Wanted more videos relating to adulthood, so here we are. So yeah, majority of Gen Z are adults now. And of course that comes with a lot of things. Aging. We're all gonna age at some point. I mean, we're not kids anymore, bro. Well, at least majority of Gen Z isn't. Of course, as you age, you're gonna experience like back pain, neck.
Look, train your body, lift some weights, but make sure you listen to your body. Okay, I'm a Gen Z vet, so I've experienced the muscle pains or whatever. I used to play football. I got injured twice. Okay, I broke my left leg. I actually broke my left leg playing basketball, but that's another story. And I tore my meniscus on my other knee. And I could still dunk, I could still windmill, I could still do backflips. Why? Because I figured out how to restore my body. Okay, so when it comes to aging is something that it's intentional. It's intentional. If you do the right habits, you do the right things every day, you can slow down aging. I'm gonna say slow down. Apparently, we're getting to a point where we might be able to reverse it, but hey, that's none of my business yet. So take care of your body, listen to your body. If your tummy hurts, that's probably because you ate something. That's probably because of your habits. Start communicating with your body because it listens. Communicate with it, understand it, speak to it.
Neck pain, I don't know, all kinds of pain at this point. You know, like my spine's been putting in overtime to try to support my garbage posture for so many years, and now it's not too late for me to fix it. But obviously, when I was a kid, I was not conscious of that, so I was sitting
definitely
like
not. You're not conscious.
I'm
giving y'all keys right now. If you're a kid, I'm giving you keys that I never knew at your age, right?
I was all hunched over. I had my neck at like a 90-degree angle. Okay, it was not at a 90-degree angle, but it was pretty bad, bro. Like sometimes when you just wake up in the morning, it's just aching, and you don't even know why.
Yeah,
like I got
happens.
a backache, headache, knee ache. Like I don't even know how many aches I have at this point. And what else can I really do? It was my stupid decision to sit like that when I was younger, and well, here we are now. A lot of people are saying Gen Z is aging faster than any other generation.
What?
I don't know. That
Oh,
may or
probably
may not be
mentally.
true. I don't know how old I look to.
I think I saw a post about that today, or maybe it was a video, the title of a video or something like that. But I think mentally we're aging faster than everybody else.
Some people's standards. There's some people on TikTok that get told they look like they're pushing 40 and they're like 23 or like 26. But for me, at least in my experience, when I go to a bar or casino, I always...
What age do I look? Let me know in the comments down below.
Get ID'd every single time without fail. And some of them have like ID scanners, which is fine, but I don't know, some of them don't. And yeah, I got pressed once because they thought I had a fake ID. I gave this dude my ID and he was like hella sketched out about it. I was with my parents. We were at like a family function and this dude was so sketched out. He brought the manager and everything, which is crazy. Like the manager looked completely pissed when he pulled up and I'm like, oh shit, am I about to get kicked out? And at first it wasn't looking good until my parents showed them their IDs and I was good. And it probably doesn't help that I can't
I'm almost
grow
unk.
a beard. I don't know how many
they already
times
call
I've
me
tried.
unk.
It's just not happening. It just looks all scraggly.
I don't mind it
when I try to.
I don't mind it. I don't mind being unk. Okay, I don't mind being unk because I've been through some, crazy experiences in my life. I done been through hardship. I've done bounced back. I done fell down. I done learned a lot. I done gained a lot of knowledge. So I don't mind being unk and passing down the information to the younger generations because that's what I'm here for.
Grow it out. And I don't know if it's just me on this one, but I just do not feel like a functioning member of society yet. Because in your 20s, that's when you're supposed to figure out what you're doing with your life, what kind of car are you getting. You got to save for a house, pay taxes, 401k. You got to prepare for retirement, open a stock portfolio. Some of you may feel like this is a completely different language to you. And honestly, it was a foreign language to me until I had to do it. It would have been nice to have been taught this in school, but instead I walk away.
It's just, he's 21? Did his card say he's 21? If his card said he's 21, then he is ahead of most people. Like, he doesn't even understand that he got the keys early in his life, bro. He got the keys early in his life. Most of what he's talking about getting and things like that, like I did not get until like way later than him. So he's locked in, bro. Like he knows. He was taught.
That the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Like, what the hell am I going to do with that information? Or like the
stock account
theorem. It would have been nice to take a class, on like.
Nobody taught me to get a stock account. I got it on my own. One day I was like, bro, what is this money thing, man? And I just started reading about money. And then I just started learning about investing on my own. Like, most of the things I'm teaching y'all, bro, I learned it on my own.
How to do all this shit. I just feel behind. I don't know how to cook, which I guess I'm kind of learning. I mean, if I was by myself, I would have burnt the kitchen down. I don't know how to fix a tire, but guys, I'm Town Hall 11 in Clash.
Okay. Cooking comes with time. Cooking comes with necessity. If you don't need to cook, then you're probably not going to learn how to cook. But I recommend everybody learns how to cook because you can now use food to the way you want it, and you could make food taste the exact way you want it, and you're just gonna love it so much, right? Food is like a power. It's an ability that you gain. It's like alchemy. You're playing around with different ingredients. Whoa, it's kind of fun when you start to get a hang of it. Changing a tire, I had no choice to learn too. That was a necessity skill that I had to learn because I got a flat tire twice and I had a spare tire right in my trunk when I got my first car, a Honda Civic 04. You know what I mean? So I learned on my own. It's pretty, I didn't even use any tutorials or nothing. It was self-explanatory to me. Like, you just bump the car up and take the bolts out and put the, I don't know.
of clans, and I just upgraded my mortar to level 9. Yo, look at me cook. But no, seriously, so I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. I'm just entering adulthood.
Yeah.
Most of Gen Z is
Yeah,
like
he
just
is.
getting jobs now, and a lot of people
At least he
these
understands
jobs,
that.
they got like a whole 2 decades more of experience than we do. I'm sure some of you walk into your job and you just feel out of place. Like when I used to work at a grocery store, for example, some mornings I would get assigned to work, and all the people around my age would get assigned to work at night or like in the afternoon. And my coworkers for the day were in their 60s and 70s, and well, I was a teenager, so what the hell am I gonna talk to them about? I mean, they would ask me about school and shit. I mean, I didn't know what to ask them. I had no clue. But what I should have asked is, I don't know, maybe some more advice on adulthood. I mean, clearly that's what I'm in desperate need.
If you ever get the chance to gain knowledge from an older figure, absorb it, please. Just absorb it, or just listen. Like, talk to older people about your life. Ask them for advice. Ask them for lessons, because chances are they've already been through what you're going through, and they've already mastered it. Think about how often you have to avoid death on a daily basis. And now they're 50, 60, 70. So that means they've effectively mastered the art of staying alive. People don't understand this. Old people mastered the art of staying alive. So learning from them is keys.
And of course, we cannot forget the fact that Gen Z grew up with a bunch of technology in their face when they were born. For Gen Alpha, it just got even more advanced. And the moment I was old enough to even pick up a remote, all right, I was finally able to get a Wii. And what it was supposed to be was a gift for my dad's birthday. But you best believe I was the one using that. Me and my brother the Duck would just spawn camp the Wii. Now I would play on the Wii or my DS until I finally got an iPod Touch. And this was the moment I was introduced to the internet. And I'm gonna be honest, I was just watching straight brain rot and playing.
First, I got a Game Boy Advance, that little purple Game Boy. Then I got a GameCube. Then I got a Game Boy Advance SP, the one that like flips open. And then I got a Nintendo DS. And then I got a PSP. And then I got an Xbox 360. And from that point on, my console game just, got the Xbox One, Xbox One X. We here now. What was I going to say? I was going to say something.
Minecraft Lite in like 360p. So instead of like building social skills and building friends.
Oh yeah, I was going to tell a story about a Wii story. So my best friend back in the day, he had a Wii when I was like 9 years old or something like that. He had a Wii, and I did not have a Wii. And I used to eat lunch at school. Like in elementary school, I was like obligated to stay at school for lunch because like my parents, I can't just like walk home or whatever. But I actually got into trouble once at lunchtime, and I got suspended for a whole week from eating lunch at school. So I had to eat lunch at home, but I didn't want my parents to know. So for a whole week at lunch, I'd go to my best friend's house and we'd play Super Smash Bros. And it was the best time of my life.
And actually going outside. I was not doing that as often as I should have. And now that technology is way more advanced, yeah, my brain is deep fried, bro. It's over. And I feel bad for people, in Gen Alpha that were just given an iPad at birth. And we turned out, okay, I don't want to talk about how we turned out, but we turned out all right for the most part. So I'm sure Gen Alpha will be fine. The only problem with Gen Z is,
I know my niece is Gen Alpha, and I mean, she just got into cheerleading. Like she went to like a cheerleading show that like my cousin was in, and she just told my sister, like she just told her mom, she was like, I want to do that, right? So that tells me, and mind you, like my niece, like she has her iPad, she has her phone, everything. She be watching YouTube Shorts all day and stuff like that. But that tells me that they, she still wants to like go outside and do things that are hard. Cheerleading is one of the hardest sports in the world, and she wants to learn gymnastics. So that's what she's in now. So that tells me that Gen Alpha their brain isn't necessarily fried yet, because they're still a kid. So they have like unlimited dopamine. So, I'm just proud that she's actually going to start doing that, and she's going to learn discipline and things like that. So, at least when the time comes where her brain starts to, get sensitive to becoming fried, at least she's going to know what's going on.
A lot of addiction. We were put in a position where vapes were marketed towards us as teenagers. So, and some people haven't been able to quit since. Thankfully, I've never vaped before.
Were
but
vapes
I'm sure
marketed?
those
I wouldn't
that
say they were
have-
marketed,
Yeah,
though.
you guys gotta quit that shit, genuinely.
It was word
It's
of mouth.
bad. And some people are even going as far to try Galaxy Gas. I don't care how much money somebody is paying.
Yo, what is
it's
that?
not worth the brain cell damage.
I heard
but on
about
top
it.
of the technology addiction, there's already a bunch of new addictions developing every day. All these vapes and other bull like that, it's just gonna get even more advanced. Like, you're gonna see vapes with like a whole iPhone on it by the time Gen Beta's growing up. Like, you got these spaceship ass vapes now that got like a whole arcade system built in. Like, I don't even know how the hell that works. I'm just not gonna ask questions. I feel like, me personally,
kinda
I'm
cool.
addicted to music now. Like, I literally cannot stop listening to music. Some people get addicted to gambling, shopping, video games, and even OnlyFans,
man.
bro. It is insane
Oh
to
my
think
God,
about
yo,
the
he's spitting
millions
right
of
now.
dollars per year that are spent on OnlyFans. And it's sad because some people just don't even resort to dating anymore. They just resort to OnlyFans to feel a real connection. And of course, that's another
Look, if you want to just resort to OnlyFans and not date, that's your decision. But dating is definitely way more rewarding if you put the work in, because it requires work. It requires effort to date. It's a way more, anything that requires effort is extremely rewarding, you know, but it's hard nowadays. It's hard to get vulnerable with someone and to show them your true self. You know, you're scared to get judged. You know, you're kind of putting yourself out in the open like that. But you shouldn't be afraid to show who you are, because that's you. Okay? And whoever's going to resonate with that it's going to feel great. They're going to like you for who you are. You're going to like them for who they are. And at the end of the day, you should understand that we are attracted to people who are unique. We are attracted to people who are not scared of being themselves. So you should do that too. People are going to be attracted to you.
other thing when it comes to adulthood. Eventually, you know, you're gonna want to start dating. And me personally, yeah, I'm definitely afraid of rejection. You know, it's something I gotta nut up and deal with. It's a part of dating. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have a lot of fails, so just embrace it. And just think about next time what the hell you're gonna do to improve, and just take that shit on the chin. I mean, that's
Man.
really the only thing you can do.
Sir,
Nowadays, there is a lot more possible outcomes
Just use
than
dating
just
apps,
getting
bro.
rejected
Use
or
dating
a girl
apps.
saying no to you. Like, for example, being a screenshot in the girls group chat. Like, if that happens to you, yeah, bro, it's cooked. Pack it up. And also, of course, you're gonna get ghosted a lot too. Like on dating.
Oh, yeah, apps, you're for gonna get
example. Even
ghosted
if you
a
match
lot,
with
though.
somebody, it doesn't matter. And 2 years ago, when I was on apps, I really did take that shit to heart, which is not good. I had like no dating experience at all. I just thought the moment you matched with somebody on Tinder or Hinge or whatever app it is, I just thought you were locked in, bro. You were going on a date 100%. And after that, it was just gonna be the greatest love story of the century. Okay, I was not that stupid, but I thought I was at least gonna have somewhat of a chance. But sometimes that's just not the case, and it is what it is. And even when, you know, people approach me or I approach them in real life, I'd get their number. You know, sometimes it just didn't work out, and it is what it is. And obviously, I go out every once in a blue moon, so that wasn't very often, but, you know, it did happen. And when it comes to dating in Gen Z, of course, there's a lot of things that we gotta worry about that other generations before us didn't, or at least didn't have to worry about as much. Like, for example, your game. Like, apparently that's a huge thing with Gen Z now,
Your
because
game?
it feels like you gotta study like a class. Or I guess people on the internet make a lot of noise about that. I was probably looking too deep into it, to be honest. I mean, there's some pretty obvious.
When it comes to aura, that one is a very complicated one, because I don't disagree with this whole aura trend, this whole aura culture. What I disagree with is how it's portrayed. You know, it's portrayed as some nonchalant dude that, you know, doesn't talk to anyone, or just walks around and like acts cool or something like that. No, that's not aura. Aura is what you know you are. Aura is confidence. Aura is going through life knowing that you're going to work hard no matter what, that you are yourself, you don't lie to anyone, you are true to yourself. That's what aura is.
Obvious ground rules, like number 1, don't smell like number 2, don't be creepy or weird. Like, if you follow her home and say, "Hello, madam, I'm surprising you with some roses," That's some
No.
stalker ass behavior.
That's
And we also
okay.
can't forget that social norms are
think.
different now. Now that we're all glued to our phones, nobody really like goes up to each other anymore and starts conversation. And it's not like I'm
Y'all should
making
still
any
do
noise
it.
either. I'm literally glued to my phone like everybody else.
You should
and
still
a lot
do
of
it.
Gen
The
Z
girls
was in
want it.
school during the pandemic, and at first we thought it was all good. Everything was gonna be fine. We were gonna get 2 weeks off of school, and that was it. And then after that, toilet paper became a luxury. And it's crazy because like loneliness is at an all-time high in this generation, and I haven't done anything to counteract that. Mine's still lonely. I mean, I got friends, but no girlfriend. We're not really making progress in that direction. And now it seems like for whatever reason, neighbors never talk. I mean, obviously there's some exceptions, but in my neighborhood, I don't know every single neighbor. All right, I only know a few of my neighbors.
Man, when I was a kid, like every neighbor was raising kids that were the same age as me. What are the odds of that? I'm realizing that on my street there was about like 7, 8, 9, 10 families that were raising kids the same age as me, and we'd always go outside, we'd play around, we'd go from house to house, we'd just do a bunch of things, and we'd play with cards, we'd play basketball, we'd play video games, we'd draw with chalk on the ground. But now it's really not like that at all, man. It's not like that at all. And I mean, this stopped way before like phones became like a thing. I would say this ended towards like maybe like 5th, 6th, 7th grade. When people started to get into high school, like obviously we weren't outside that much anymore, and like we weren't so is it really a phone thing? Maybe it is. Yeah, it definitely still is, like video games and things like that.
Parents were younger, they were saying like, oh, all the neighbors knew each other. It was like more of a community. They would have like
Yeah, it was
neighborhood
definitely a
barbecues, and
community.
people would knock on each other's doors all the time, say what's up. And nowadays, the only knocks you're getting are like door-to-door salesmen, Uber Eats, and Amazon packages. That's it. And it really hit me a couple weeks ago. I just knew I was getting old the moment I had mail, first of all. And second of all, I opened the mail and realized next month I have jury duty. Like, I don't know about the law, so I'm just gonna have to wing it. And I mean, at this point, I'm
Jury
just winging
duty?
adulthood, but I'm gonna try my best not to f it up. But yeah, I guess as we age too, obviously, instead of Gen X or millennials saying back in my day, now, yeah, we're gonna be the ones saying back in my day.
Yeah, very
I never
soon.
pictured it, but I guess here we are. A lot of my videos are already back in my day videos. So slowly
he's
but
only
surely I am
21.
pushing
Oh my
OG
God.
status. But you know how we would get roasted for not knowing what a phone book is as somebody in Gen Z? But some people are not gonna know what a DS is, which is crazy to think about. That really does make me feel old.
Or
And
a
I've already been
PSP.
seeing a thing going around on TikTok where people are asking what the DS under the pillow thing was. I've talked about that in videos before, and people are already saying, oh, what's that? I put my phone under my pillow. So it's already becoming a reality. 2016 was already 9 years ago, which is crazy. 9
That
years
is
ago, I
insane.
was a maverick or a low gangster or whatever the Logan Paul called me. I was one weird in middle school, that's for sure. And, as I was just reflecting there, I realized nostalgia has just been huge in Gen Z these last 5 years. And some
Yes,
people are just sad
definitely.
over the fact that they're not a kid anymore, and shit has just changed now. But honestly, like, I'm just happy I grew up in the time that I did. It was really cool.
Me too,
and even though
man.
technology was just shoved in my face, I just got to learn to live with the consequences. Nothing I can do about it now. Even though we're all adults now, we're close to being an adult. Childhood nostalgia is great, don't get me wrong, but we got a lot more memories to make, bro. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
bro.
pointless to just be sad that you're not a kid anymore. Why be sad over it? You know what I mean? Like, just be happy that it happened and live your best life, whatever
Yes,
point in
sir.
life you're in right now. And even though adulthood for me has been quite the learning curve so far, eventually, as years pass, I'll get the hang of it. If you like my videos, check out my Spotify. Some videos may not.
That's enough for the video. Thank you for watching. I really love his videos, man. He always has a good lesson at the end, man. It's like, stop worrying about the fact that you used to be a kid and you're not a kid no more. Just figure out how to live your best life going forward, Just be happy that it happened. Keep the memories inside your brain and just keep living life. I mean, I'm learning recently. I just started learning recently that when you take care of your responsibilities, you can act like a kid all you want. That's the beauty of being an adult. You have ultimate control over your life. You actually choose what your responsibilities are. Obviously, you don't want to die and you have a roof over your head. So you want to have a roof over your head. So you want to like figure out how to make money to afford these things. After that, you could literally do whatever you want, and you have way more access and way more knowledge than you do when you were a kid. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of the fact that you're an adult and you can do what you want. Just respect the law. Respect the laws of the universe. Respect the laws of society, and you are free. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Leave your thoughts on the comments down below. I really want to know what you think. Like the video.